Right, rank these in order and why. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, McLaren. Best, worst to best, and why?
I think you've got to give me models here. We're talking top of the range.
Just talking the make of car.
All right, well, okay, so Ferrari's number one because Ferrari is just the best brand in the whole world. It's the family, the brand, the whole thing of owning a Ferrari is, it's just different. It's just different. Lamborghini, there's Lamborghini owners out there that will watch this and go, "God, Lamborghini's the best," because they are great cars. They sound great, but in my opinion, they're not a Ferrari.
But do they look better?
Do they look? Yeah, they look better. Of course, they look better. They sound better. They look better.
Yeah.
They don't drive better, in my opinion. But doors go up, which is always a plus. I'm going to throw. See, there's no car which I like to say is the worst, but neither Porsche nor McLaren can compete with Ferrari and Lamborghini. McLaren make incredibly good cars. They've got incredibly bad after sales. McLaren as a company are their own worst enemy. They make as good a car as anybody, but their company is a complete shit show. A complete shit show. So you probably have to say that they're the worst. Porsche is boring as hell. I wouldn't have one. You couldn't give me one. Boring. Just...
You were just telling me the Turbo S, the
great car.
Yeah.
Does exactly what it says on the tin.
In every...
Boring as hell. You imagine going home to a woman every night at the same time and having the same dinner cooked in the same way, which is perfect, by the way. Your steak is perfect. Yeah? You go with the same thing every single day. It's the same thing. Every single day it does the same thing. It does exactly what you expect and no more. God, it's awful. But a Porsche owner is like, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
It's my personality. I want something that is, I don't...
So why don't you put McLaren before Porsche then? Why doesn't McLaren go
Because of the way their company is, the way McLaren is as a company. McLaren make better cars than Porsche.
Because Andrew Tate said to me, he's got 59 cars, and he said the 765, is it 765S?
LT.
Yeah, the McLaren is the best driving car out there.
He's not wrong. It's incredible. Absolutely insane. And their cars are incredible value for money. And they lose a lot of money.
They do, which means you can get them cheaper.
Do you know why they lose money?
Because they're shit to run.
No, the people who are running them are shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The service centres, the aftercare.
The cost of a wing or...
Well, it's not so much that. It's okay, they built a model called a McLaren 570, which is the lower range model of a McLaren. It's a really good value for money car. It sort of competes with a Porsche Carrera 4S GTS kind of thing. Doesn't compete with a Ferrari. Doesn't compete with a Lamborghini. It's in between your sports car and your supercar kind of thing. It's like an R8 kind of thing. I don't know what they painted them with, but they corroded to hell. These cars. Every panel after a year is blistered and covered and absolutely caked in corrosion.
Wow.
So McLaren, it's under warranty. They will respray them. They will respray them if you wait 12 months for them to get it in. Then when they've got it in, they'll take another 6 months to respray it. And then you'll somehow get a bill. I don't know why, but you will. The company's awful. The company, they make such good cars, and I'm a fan of McLaren's. What Andrew said is completely right. That 765 is a great car. A P1 is...
That one?
A P1 is a different class car to a 918 Spider.
Is it?
Different class.
As in much better?
As in, can't be even compared.
How? Why is it
As
better?
a driver car. Because a 918 is a great car, but it's a Porsche. It's boring. It goes really fast. But I could drive that car as fast as my wife could drive the car, the same as Lewis Hamilton could drive the car. There's no driver ability in that car. It's just one to go, one to stop, and it goes just super fast and it stops super quick, and that's it. There's no theatre, there's no noise, there's nothing. If I was a neutral, I'm not a neutral because I'm a Ferrari fan. If I was a neutral, I would say a P1's a better car than a LaFerrari.
Why?
It drives better.
How?
just the engagement that you have. That car wants to kill you. That car is an F40. It's a modern day F40. I said once I'd done a YouTube video, it drives like you've shagged its wife and smacked its kids. Like that's what the car drives like. It's insane. That's the feeling it gives you. Why is this car so mad with me for? You know? A 918 just wants to be your friend, you know? Wants to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
You know? LaFerrari is dead bang in the middle, but I'm a Ferrari fan, and I will say a LaFerrari is a better car for me because I prefer them.
Yeah.
McLaren make great cars. Porsche make fantastic cars. I don't feel Porsche makes supercars.
What do they make?
Sports cars. With supercar performance.
Does that not then put the supercars to shame? The fact that they make sports cars with supercar performance, a bit like the GTR.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but they've. There's only so much you can do with a 911. A 911's been the same shape.
Yeah, but they
for
do
60
loads
years.
of things with it, with the amount of model variations there are.
It's still a 911. Okay, it's got a bigger wing. It still does exactly. It just does everything perfectly. Do you want that in your fun car that you take out once, twice a week? Do you want that reliability?
I think, yes. I don't want to break down all the time.
No, not break down. But what I mean is, do you want a car that excites you?
Yeah.
A Porsche's not going to do that.
No.
To be excited in a Porsche, you have to do 200 miles an hour. To be excited in a Ferrari or a McLaren or a Lamborghini, you could be the same excited doing half the speed because of the noise, and because of the theatre, and because of the pops and the downshifts, and you know the way it feels. And the doors go up on McLarens, and the doors go up on Lamborghinis, and your Ferrari's got that Ferrari badge, and it's made in Italy, and someone was having a cigarette when they were putting their interior together. You go over with Porsche, and the Germans, they make them perfectly, and everyone's spotless in white suits, and it just, for me, Porsche is a great car. You're an idiot to say that they don't do a great job, but I don't want a fun car that does a great job. You know.
So what's the best supercar that's the most fun, that is really unpopular? Because
unpopular is McLaren. If you said what is the best supercar, which is the most fun, you can name 10. If you said what is the best supercar, which is the most fun, which is unpopular, it's a McLaren. But it's not the car's fault. It's the idiots who run the company.
Right.
And the idiots who work in the dealerships. Whether they're getting orders from further up, I don't know, but they are useless. They have no idea how to run a company.
What about the best supercar that everyone else thinks is a dog? Because you like something with a bit of character. So what's actually a bit shit to drive or hard to drive or full of problems, but you love it?
Well, I can reverse that, and I can tell you that the best supercar that's full of problems that people love, but I don't love, is a Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg have created cars that are mind-bogglingly fast and powerful, and they look good, but my experience with the models that I've had, they just don't work.
Right.
They just don't work, and that's a problem. You get all sorts of people. They like these spikers, and I mean they're just shit. They're just you just stay away from them. You want a car that is you want to look at who you're buying a car from. This company, Ferrari. Ferraris have problems, but they're Ferrari. They know how to deal with them. Porsche don't really have problems. Porsche, they're too reliable.
Yeah.